Now, just before this video starts, if you were thinking that I was going to cover what happened in Ninjago Crystallize episode 13, I'm not. And I'm going to explain for briefly. It's in another language, first off. I don't know what's being said. I want to experience the English dialogue first. So, if you want me to cover all the stuff that happens, fat chance. There's other people that do it. So, I'm not going to cover it. And that's really the main thing. It's mostly because it's in another language, and it would just spoil the experience, in my opinion. I feel that Ninjago creators should always wait until their language version. Like, they should wait until whatever language they speak, which most of the time it is English, should wait until then, and then you can talk about it. Not before and not after, but right then and there. I can understand why people are easy to jump on the gun because it's been such a long hiatus since Crystallize Part 1, and I get that, but at the same time, what would be the point in covering it in a language you don't really understand? That's just my take, really. But it's not going to be the focus of this video. I just wanted to point that out because I know some people are going to say, what do you think about episode 13? It released. And I don't have any opinions on it just yet. The only thing I know is the title. That's literally the only thing I know. Actually, I don't even know the title. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. Anyways, here's today's video. Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. So, I was thinking, because I have loads of time to think about a lot of stuff, and one of the things I thought of is that certain Ninjago seasons, either they don't have enough content to fill in whatever the amount of season that has, or they have too much and it should have been sliced up, or some content should have just been cut out completely. Now, I'm not going to go into specific examples of what I think should have been taken out or what it should be put in, besides maybe a few. But basically, I'm going to be talking about how certain Ninjago seasons are very inconsistent with the amount of content they put in. That when it let me rephrase it. The content doesn't match the amount of episodes given to explore upon that content. So, like, Marchione is a good example of this. Because one of the main criticisms of Marchione is that it was too short. And I agree. 4 episodes just wasn't enough. Especially considering they just rushed the ending. There was just, so much going on in the ending. They had to, rush everything out just to line in with 100 episodes, which I think is completely stupid, especially since the pilot episodes are the prologue, so in a way they don't technically count. I understand that you wanted to be 100 episodes, period, but if you're talking about 100 episodes within the series lineup, then there should have been 2 more. I do believe that if there were 6 episodes, it would have been better. That way, the content would have been much more balanced out, and maybe some content could be removed or modified. I completely removed Cole's Fall. Because in my opinion, it was just there for the sake of it. The scene itself was good, but it's just the after effects of it. To me, the after effects of that scene completely ruined the scene itself. I know some people are going to be targeting me and saying, oh, what about Zane's sacrifice? By that logic, well, kind of, sort of. It's not as bad, honestly, considering Zane at least goes through somewhat of a change through Season 4, whereas what exactly did Cole change? Nothing. So, at least Zane's is somewhat justified in that sense. Though, another season that I think has too much content, well, this one is more of unnecessary content rather than too much, and that's Season 11. Because, remember, Season 11 went through a little bit of weirdness, especially in the Ice chapter, where it sets up a good plot point, then it switches to a random episode, sets up a good plot point, switches back to a random episode. Some of those episodes either needed to be changed dramatically, or they just need to be uncut. We could have lived without the absolute worst. Just saying. That episode has no place in there. And if they And I remember people saying, well, if they couldn't have removed that episode, they should have at least put that at the beginning. Which, okay, sure, it would have taken a while, but at least once you get there. But I just feared that it would cause another season 6. You know how the prison arc, very bad arc, make no sense. You can honestly skip those 3 episodes and you pretty much understand. Well, I wouldn't say skip it, but watch the Nauticon scenes in those episodes, then go through it randomly, because the other scenes in the first 3 episodes of Skybound don't really matter. And it's kind of the same thing with season 11. You watch a certain amount of stuff, and then you could go back to where you were, because some of it matters and then some of it doesn't matter. Now, there is one season that I think has too little content for the amount of episodes it got, and that is Prime Empire. I think there should have been more content, actually, because a lot of it was mostly due to side characters, but they did it so quickly. They did it in like 2, 3, 4 episodes. And that left a few more episodes just waiting in line, and they could have used that to explore some other things, especially with certain side characters. Like, Razor Sevens is literally just Okino's arc, just the female version. So we could have completely erased that arc and given it to Scott, because honestly, Scott needed it. Because why would they hype him so much and then have him be a massive disappointment? Come on. Now, another season I kind of think needed a little bit more was Hands of Time. I know I'm a big fan of Hands of Time, but I do wish they could have explored the time travel element just a little bit more, because they didn't really do that until towards the end, when the whole Iron Doom thing happened and stuff, but I feel like there should have been more to it than that. But that's just me. Also, I know people meme this scene to death, but please take out Zane malfunctioning. I know people find it funny and whatnot, but it was completely unneeded. Now I'm going to go into criticizing the ones that I think have too much content. The one big one that I constantly talk about is Hunted. It's Hunted. In my opinion, I made a video on this ages ago. It should have been 2 seasons. One focusing on the Resistance, and one focusing on the First Realm. They essentially oversaturated that entire season, especially with only 10 episodes. That's not enough. I think there should have been 20. I think there should have been 20 episodes. Hell, even the 16 episodes with the 22, that would have worked way better. Because I like the Resistance portion of it, but the First Round part of it felt incredibly boring and incredibly undersaturated, especially Iron Baron, because I believe he had loads of potential, but he was so overshadowed to the point where I kind of forgot about him, to be honest. And that's the problem. You can't try and mix multiple stories at once and expect a result. And I wish that the writers and the whole Ninjago team do a better job with this, especially with the new upcoming series in 2023. Hopefully they do a much better job with this, because I think they need to balance it out. What is needed versus what is not, and don't put all your eggs into one basket like Hunted. Otherwise, it's just going to create a mess. So, all the other seasons, I think, match up with their content pretty well. At the end of the day, the only difference is the story being told. So that could also explain why I may treat popular seasons such as SOG and Hunted, because for some of them, there's too much content in there, which makes it overwhelming, and therefore it may not appeal to people like me. So I just want you to understand that. But anyways, what do you guys think of this? Do you think certain Ninjago installments have too much, too little, or do you think everything is fine and that I'm just being an overdramatic idiot? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!